Hello everyone and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Duval Mafia here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing part 4 of the rookie evaluation for the 2021 Jacksonville Jaguars draft class. And it's none other than Walker Little, the left tackle out of Stanford, who was picked in second round, 45th overall by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And to start off by this, Walker Little was rehabbing an ACL injury, and he did not play early on in the season because he was still recovering and still rehabbing, and I know that the Jaguars wanted to ease him into this. So I will preface that by saying that he was pre-existing injury when he was drafted, but many that I talked to and many that I read, many articles, many scouts, many scouting pages, whoever it may be, a lot of them really said that Walker Little, talent-wise, was a first-round pick. He fell to the second round simply off of injury concerns, and he's a great character. I mean, he's a great talent. He's a very talented player. But going off of the 3 games that Walker Little did start and play in, against Buffalo he played very well, against New England he played very well, and against Indianapolis he played exceptionally well. And honestly, he was one of the best pass blockers in pretty much all rookies and in a lot of the NFL. I mean, according to PFF, he had one of the highest pass blocking grades out of all tackles and all offensive linemen in the league for one of the weeks. Not all rookies. We're talking all offensive linemen in the league in general. So, and that is what we drafted him for. At Stanford, he was one of the best pass protection guys that there was in the draft, and his talent was exceptional. The real concern was just the injuries, and that is why he did start off extremely slow, as I said. He did start off extremely slow in the process, and the Jaguars wanted to really ease him into this, which I do not blame the Jaguars for doing at all. And considering he was picked 45th overall, but he was a first-round talent, I really do not hate this pick at all. I think it's a good long-term pick, especially if the Jaguars can develop Walker Little, who, I mean, let's be honest, in those final 2 games, he looked pretty good. I'm going to be honest and say it. The guy played pretty well, and I was actually pretty impressed with what I saw from him. Now, of course, it is a small sample size, and I'm going to have to see a lot more next season from him before I say, oh, he's a franchise tackle or he's a franchise guard, whatever position he lands up playing full-time for the Jaguars. It's going to be a long time before I say that, but I was actually pretty excited to see him play in those final 2 games, be fully healthy, and truly get those in-game reps that he needs to get back to the player that he was at Stanford. And to say that again, Walker Little is going to be a very long-term player because people don't understand, same thing as Cam Robinson did when he tore his ACL. It takes a very long time for these big dudes and these offensive linemen to come back from these injuries. It's not going to be like one of these speeds guys or one of the wide receivers, running backs, any of those guys. It's not going to be like one of them who they'll be out 1 year and they'll be back like nothing happened. It's not like that for these 6'6", 300-and-something pound guys. It's just simply not that easy. These guys have a lot more rehab and a lot more conditioning to do, and seeing Walker Little finally getting fully healthy is extremely exciting for me, and I'm really excited to see what he brings to this team, because actually, I know a lot of Jaguars were pretty hesitant on this pick because they felt that there was other offensive linemen available at this pick that could have been better or just as good without less risk of injury. But let me say, if Walker Little does live up to his first-round pick talent potential, this is going to be one of probably the steals of the draft, because Walker Little is a very refined offensive lineman, and he is a very good football player. And not to mention, he's also a great character off the field, which is just such a positive when you draft somebody like this, because not only are you getting a talented player at a discount due to the injury, but you're also getting somebody who brings a good culture to the locker room, which is what we're ultimately trying to build. So you get a better player from a talent standpoint and a good character off the field. And obviously there was that risk of injury, but seeing as he is fully healthy now, and he did look pretty good in these final 2 games, I am somewhat confident that he is finally fully recovered from the ACL injury, and it doesn't seem to have any long-term effects on him or permanent effects on him either from a football standpoint. Which, this is a very happy thing for me to say, because I know a lot of Jaguars fans were skeptical about Walker Little, and I really wasn't. I knew that it was going to be a long process for him with the rehab and the conditioning and all that, because we watched it with Cam Robinson. We saw the exact same thing. So I wasn't too worried about this. But for a grade to give Walker Little, obviously it's a very small sample size, and obviously it's going to be a long-term pick. But as of right now, I'm going to give it a C+. As I said, it is a very small sample size, and he did only start and play 100% of snaps in 3 games. So for a second-round pick, it wasn't the best. But I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I will say it one final time. He was a long-term selection. So the value in this pick is going to come out next season and beyond, hopefully, if all things go right. And it will be a C+ for me for his rookie season. I'm hoping that next season he proves me wrong with that and shows up and plays like the first-round talent that he was before the injury, and he becomes one of the steals of the draft, as I said. And with that being said, I'm going to quickly wrap up this video, so thank you for listening. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. If you are new, make sure to subscribe, and as always, peace out, Duval.